What's happening, folks? It's your boy Z the Real here, and I'm gonna talk about something very important because, besides Kaepernick and Eric Reed, these are the two other biggest knuckleheads of last season. These two took the biggest L's, right? And I'm gonna explain why players like ODB and Antonio Brown have so much issues on and off the field, and it's very simple, man. It's very obvious, right? I'm gonna explain that, right, and then. But before I get on them, let me just talk about Antonio. Let me talk about Larry Johnson. Let me just address this really quick because Zachary K. Hubbard finally responded to my video I did on him, right, where I exposed him for saying 42 equals the word nigger and bringing up Jackie Robinson and all those other black heroes, right, like Rodney King, for example, who basically fought against the cops, fought against the system until you finally won, right. Let me say this, right. Larry Johnson wasn't talking about none of this. You know what I'm saying? Talk about CTE, right? He having CTE. He didn't bring up none of this. You know what I'm saying? Conspiracy theories, gematria stuff when he was under them, when he was basically signed to the NFL. That means in between like 2006, 2007, 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? When Larry Johnson was really in the league as a top performed running back, when the man was in the Pro Bowl with Tony Gonzalez, right? With the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Now, the Kansas City Chiefs, when Larry Johnson there, wasn't as good as they are now. I'll be honest, that was a different era, right? When Larry Johnson was on the Chiefs, I believe they had Herm Edwards, they had another coach, right? This was before Andy Reid even got there. Andy Reid was still in Philadelphia. They were decent, just wasn't great. They would get to the playoffs every now and then, but they'll lose, right? They'll lose to a team, either the San Diego Chargers, they'll lose to the Indianapolis Colts, right? Pittsburgh Steelers, or the New York Jets. They lose to one of those teams. Right, they were never that good, right? They weren't even good enough to beat the Patriots like that. Not, at least not in no playoff series, right? So when Larry Johnson was collecting all those $1 million and had a huge gross, right? Buying all, getting the house, driving all those fancy cars, right? Was able to travel the world and see things, right? This man wasn't talking about none of this conspiracy theory stuff. Even when he was in college, right? He didn't talk about none of that things. Larry Johnson has been doing what he's doing recently so he can get attention, right? Larry Johnson is doing what he's doing out of anger. This man is mad at the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs were finally able to go to 2 AFC Championship games and finally go to a Super Bowl and win without him. That's what Larry Johnson's mad about. Because his NFL career didn't go the way he wanted to go, right? And because he's no longer relevant no more, the Chiefs got other running backs, right? They got Shady McCoy over there. And they've had Kareem Hunt, which he actually went on TMZ and talked about it right now. Again, he was trying to speak from a good standpoint. I understand what he's trying to do, but again, he was trying to get attention. And TMZ always exploits this stupidity, right? And again, man, and Larry Johnson also going on there talking against Snoop Dogg's grandson, right? Talking against Jay-Z, like he's went ham on the wrong type of people that ain't even have done nothing to him, right? He talked about Michael Sam being gay, and Michael Sam ain't never did or say anything to Larry Johnson to offend him, right? No, Larry Johnson's just doing it for attention. That's all it is. He's doing it for clout. Because, again, he wants to stay relevant some type of way. He don't want nobody to forget about him, right? No, Larry Johnson was a great running back, but his time been long gone, right? No, that's what he's just mad about. He mad since the Chiefs have gotten Patrick Mahomes. They drafted Patrick Mahomes, right? And Andy Reid, who's been to the playoffs like 6 years in a row. Well, 6 seasons in a row, right? For the last like 3 or 4 years. And they finally won him a Super Bowl. Larry Johnson's feeling some type of way. So he fell into that rabbit hole with Zachary K. Hubbard. Now, Hubbard, I hope you're watching. I hope Hubbard is listening to this video, right? Hubbard, I've tried to be nice to you. It's just not gonna happen. Hubbard, you came on my channel and insulted me many times. Okay, you even put me on one of your videos. I told you before, right? WWE is not the same as the NFL, right? The NFL, you can't hit nobody with a chair. You can't clothesline nobody. You can't slam some power drive somebody on a football field. You're gonna get ejected out of there. It's not the same thing, okay? Hubbard, if the NFL was like the WWE, you would have gotten every single prediction right for the last 3 years. You took in L's the last 3 years because you don't watch football, Hubbard. You don't. You believe everything is scripted and rigged, then you want to blame it on Freemason, right? Freemasons ain't got nothing to do with none of these games at all. None, Hubbard. They have nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, you yourself haven't even gone to a lodge. You haven't spoken to one Freemason in your life. The Freemasons are not your problem, right? These elites are not your problem. Hubbard, this is why I have a problem with you. Under no circumstance, Hubbard, is somebody who looks like you, talks like you, and looks like you with a voice like you is allowed to say the word nigger. I don't care who you are, Hubbard. I don't want like nobody Caucasian around me saying the word nigger. Okay? There's too much bad history behind it. And the fact that you say 42 equals the word nigger, that's a horrible system. No, Hubbard, your gematria system you use is the system that you created. That's why you changed your name from Greenblatt to Hubbard. Your real last name is Greenblatt. We've seen the video already. There's a man who looks exactly like you who appears to be your daddy. Yeah, Hubbard, I saw your daddy already, right? That's your real daddy. Your daddy's last name is Greenblatt. You're Greenblatt, Hubbard. You only using Hubbard because it's the highest name in gematria. It's the highest it has the highest combination. Yeah, Hubbard, I did research on your system already. And if you're a Christian person, you got no business subscribing to Hubbard's channel. You need to leave that garbage alone. No, that's why Larry Johnson is saying he got CTE, right? Because he's trying to get some money, right? He's trying to extort. He's trying to do what Colin Kaepernick's stupid behind it, right? He wants people to feel sorry for him, right? And of course he's going to try to say it's scripted rig because, again, he's trying to get attention. That man is angry that his team wasn't as good that Andy Reid has them, and now he wants to try to find some way to try something to blame it on, right? No, Larry Johnson, somebody needs help. He needs to sit down somewhere. He needs to talk it out with his family. That man needs to go to church. He needs hands laid on him. I'm serious, man. Larry Johnson has the wrong idea. Because when this man was collecting all that money from the NFL, you know what I'm saying, sitting with millions of dollars, that man has made over $11,000. First of all, Larry Johnson has made over $1,100 guaranteed in his career. That man has made well over $20 million. I ain't stupid at all. I am not dumb. I got the Madden games to prove how much money that man had in his salary, right? That man had well over $2-3 million. That man was at one time one of the league's best running back. That man was making over $11,000, $1,200,000 a month, getting paid each game, right? That man had at least around $15 million or more. So I don't want to hear that nonsense. He sounds like a freaking hypocrite. No, Larry Johnson. The fact of the reality is, everybody ain't gonna get no ring, dog. I'm sorry. Everybody in the NFL can't be Emmitt Smith, right? They can't be Emmitt Smith, right? They can't be Sony Michel, right? Where you Sony Michel and James White, where you've been blessed to be drafted to a team like New England. Everybody can't be them, dog. Everybody can't be LeSean McCoy, where you can almost break for over 2,000 yards a season for just one season, right? Everybody can't be Adrian Peterson, where you're able to become an MVP, or Christian McCaffrey, where their father was once in the league. Everybody not gonna have that chance, dog. You had your chance already. You need to leave this alone. Stop saying the NFL is scripted rigged. Stop using gematria because you feel angry and pissed off. You want to take your anger out on somebody else, Larry Johnson. And as for you, Hubbard, shame on you. Hubbard, you need to be ashamed of yourself. That's why I called you out, dog, because your whole video on Jackie Robinson was disrespectful. And then on top of that, you call everybody in LA morons for going to a baseball game because they want to spend money on a baseball game and watch their team who finally made it to a World Series after 30 years. The Dodgers, when they played the Astros, they ain't been to the World Series since the 1980s. And so what if the Astros cheated? The Dodgers deserved to lose the game because they had a chance to win and did not. Against the Red Sox, we choked. Against the Nationals, we choked 2 years in a row. So we proved we didn't even deserve to win that championship no way. Right? So, Hubbard, that's why I don't like you. That's why I have a problem with you. You owe black folks an apology. Hubbard, you need to make a video apologizing to the Nation of Islam for calling Malcolm X in there with that 42 video. You need to be apologizing to Rodney King, right? You need to apologize to Martin Lawrence. You need to apologize to the family of Jackie Robinson. And you need to apologize for black folks for saying the word nigger. Nigga, who in the hell are you to even say that word? Somebody who really cares ain't gonna be saying that word at all. I'm sorry, dog. They ain't, Hubbard. Now time to get on these two bozos. And that's what they are. They're a bunch. These are two bozos, right? They clowns, right? I got no respect for neither one of them, right? Now, in ODB's case, and I'm sorry, man. If you ODB, what the hell were you doing, right, in that LSU game on their sideline after they won that game, passing out dollars, giving it to them, right? You know damn well, ODB, you should know this already. It's against the law it's against NCAA violation of rules for them to be accepting money from anybody outside the stadium. First of all, they can't take money, period. This is why the NCAA games, such as ESPN NCAA 14, was discontinued. They're not allowed to get paid money in these games. They're on scholarships, athletic scholarships, right? That the government has given them to go to school. They're there to go to school and learn. They're not there to get paid. That's what the pros are for. This dude ODB is on camera looking like a drug dealer passing out money. right? What are you doing passing out money, right? It looks funny. Because now, ODB, you gave people reasons to you gave the NFL reasons to look at you funny. You gave the NCAA reasons to feel you trying to scout these people out. Right? You give the NFL reason that that your team, the Cleveland Browns, is trying to look for some type of easiest way to bribe to convince these men to choose them and sign with them on draft day. Right? It looks funny. This is why Reggie Bush got in trouble with USC and had everything snatched from him because he was taking money he wasn't supposed to be taking from these boosters. These agents, right, outside the NCAA, he was not supposed to be accepting no cars, accepting housing, right? He took all of that and got his team in trouble. Pete Carroll tried to warn him. That's what led to Pete Carroll leaving USC and taking the Seattle Seahawks job. Because Pete Carroll didn't want to get caught in the middle of him getting in trouble violating NCAA rules because one player, you know what I'm saying, wanted to be greedy and take some money he wasn't supposed to be taking. And then, ODB, your own camera, right? You're going into the locker room of the LSU Tigers. First of all, Joe Burrow and them Tigers won that championship, not you. You had no business out there in that back room on camera with them. You had your time already, right? And the last time you was in the championship, you got blown out by Alabama, right? Matter of fact, wasn't it you and didn't Tyrann Mathieu get suspended for smoking weed? Y'all wasn't even no factor in that game at all. Well, what was it, Trent Richardson? Is it Trent Richardson or Mark Ingram? Yeah, I think it was Trent Richardson. They kicked y'all ass in that BCS National Championship game in 2012 before you got drafted, dog. Okay? No, ODB, you had no business passing that money. Then on top of that, right, things didn't work out with you and the Giants, right? Because again, man, things didn't work out. The Giants got you out after that big old contract. No, man, and again, ODB comes out as somebody that's used to being given, that used to having their way. He's spoiled. Same thing with Antonio Brown. The reason why ODB and Antonio Brown, even AB, right? Antonio Brown had a chance to be with the Las Vegas Raiders, right? They're the Raiders. They're the Las Vegas Raiders now, right? This man blew off a $35 million contract. He wanted out of Pittsburgh, right? Because he didn't want to play with big men no more. We understood. But now you went to the Raiders. The Raiders team wasn't even bad. You forgot John Gruden won a Super Bowl already, right? Before he left the Raiders, he had my cousin Tim Brown in his Oakland Raiders looking good, right? With Jerry Rice. And you had Rich Gannon, right? Charlie Gardner, right? Y'all remember that squad. And then you also had Charles Woodson over there, right? They were looking good. But because what happened with Al Davis, right? Disagreements with Al Davis. Al Davis wouldn't let John Gruden run the team the way he wanted to. He went to the Buccaneers and gave them a Super Bowl. But again, Antonio Brown would have been on that Oakland Raider team, right? Where the Las Vegas Raiders get paid $35 million, and the Raiders would have actually made the playoffs with Antonio Brown there because he would have made it easier on Derek Carr to throw to. He would have been somebody that these young receivers could have been inspired by, but you screwed that up, right? You started making arguing with the coaches, right? Arguing amongst these players. Then you threw a tantrum over your football helmet because you wanted to wear a football helmet that wasn't even approved by the NFL anymore. Wear an old helmet you're not allowed to wear for safety issues, right? You did all that trouble, and then you forced the Raiders' hand to have to trade you because they didn't want no more problems. They didn't want no more issues. You know, John Gruden everybody's focused on trying to get themselves better and get ready for the regular season. You starting unnecessary drama. Then once the Patriots find out that you got problems off the field, right? Like you got in trouble with this man, then got in trouble with sexually harassing some of them trainers, the female trainers, right? All these things come out, right? Then you recently got in trouble with the law. This man, you know what I'm saying, hanging out with his homies, can't leave the hood alone, right? You can't tell your friends, no, you got in trouble with the law, right? Now you done went to jail, okay? Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Antonio Brown recently got arrested. He got detained, okay? Off the court, you know what I'm saying, off the field, off the football field, getting in trouble with the law and that, you know what I'm saying, trying to be ratchet, trying to be hood, right? Don't understand that no means no. Want to have your way and got caught. Now, the reason why people like ODB, right, and Antonio Brown, Colin Kaepernick, who I've covered on this channel before, right, the reason why these people get in trouble and get themselves into trouble because they're spoiled, rotten. Because they've been the best athletes in their high school, right, going to college. They winning all these games. They breaking all these records. People have basically gave them the easy way out, right, even throughout the education. They've had the easy way out. They're so used to being given things they want that they can't accept no. They don't like somebody telling them what they can't do. And because they can't do what they want to do, they feel some type of way. That's all that's going on. Antonio Brown, especially, acting like a spoiled brat, like somebody just spoiled rotten. And ODB feel he can do whatever he want to do, right? He's above the law. That man don't understand. There's rules and guidelines. There's a time and place for everything. No, man, this is sad. ODB wanted to leave the Giants. Now he went to the Browns. He's still not happy. Okay? No, man, these people are spoiled. These players are spoiled. They getting paid all this money. They get paid millions of dollars. That's not good enough for them. Right? They want to dictate where they want to go. When they go to field, they want things done their way. And they want to do it the way these coaches want them to do it. So they want to throw a temper tantrum, right? They want to blame somebody else. No, that's why Antonio Brown's in his trouble, man, because, again, he's spoiled. These football players are spoiled rotten. Right? They feel because they're big and strong, they can intimidate you, right? And they can do whatever they want to do, and the law can't get involved. That's what's going on right now. These players have no respect for authority at all. These owners and GMs have paid them all this money, and they can't abide by the rules. That's why they keep finding themselves in off-the-field issues, in trouble with Roger Goodell every year. I'll be honest, Antonio Brown may not never see the field again because don't no football team want to put up with no prima donna, right? Antonio Brown has proven himself that he don't like your program, he don't like what you present, he's not gonna respect you at all. And as far as ODB just wants to do whatever he wants to do. Like, for example, right, when ODB decided, when the year they had Bob McAdoo, right, and Bob McAdoo, they had Coach McAdoo, right, and McAdoo takes them to the playoffs. They beat the Cowboys. They actually swept my Dallas Cowboys. The two losses the Cowboys had when Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott rookie year came from the Giants, right? ODB actually balled out. He had a great season, the best season of his career thus far, right? They get ready to face the Green Bay Packers in the wild card, right? ODB decides that he, instead of taking the Packers seriously, stand in the film room watching plays against that defense and how to break down and win against that defense. Instead of trying to go on the field and work out some plays with Eli Manning and that receiver, this man took almost the entire receiver corps, right, and a couple of defensive guys. They go on a trip to Miami with a couple of rappers, okay, and they start taking these pictures on a boat, knowing damn well that the paparazzi, especially Team Z, gonna get their hands on it, right, and that the enemy team such as Green Bay gonna see that and feel disrespected, right. And I kid you not, for those who watched that game that weekend in 2016, they got blown out that arena. Green Bay kicked they behind. And Rodgers feel, okay, then y'all ain't gonna take it seriously. We gonna show you what it is, right? Clay Matthews, right? You had Clinton Dix when he was there. All these guys basically went ham on the they went in on the Giants. ODB was shut down that whole game. It was embarrassing. ODB didn't even score hardly one touchdown. That man got beat up off that line. The defense wasn't having it. The Packers saw that picture of him on a boat going on vacation, right? And then, of course, they put the blame on McAdoo because McAdoo couldn't get have no control of him. McAdoo had the same problem that Coughlin had with this team. Remember, Tom Coughlin got fired the season before because ODB was out of control, you know what I'm saying, when they went against the Panthers. And him and Josh Norman was fighting amongst each other on the field. Tom Coughlin couldn't even calm ODB down. And then 2 seasons ago, man, ODB was getting into it with people off on the field, getting into it with the other receivers, getting into it with Eli Manning, arguing amongst these coaches. He was a freaking problem. Again, ODB has proven somebody be a drama queen. He's a diva. Him and AB are all divas. Colin Kaepernick, diva, right? These players are so used to being only things done their way, right? And because you won't bow down to them, now they're going to start trouble for everybody else. So because they going to have a bad day, they want everybody else to have a bad day. No, that's not how things should work. Now, if ODB doesn't be careful, he going to be the next one out of here. Right? The Browns going on, because the Browns ain't going to take too more. Browns can't, Lord knows, they can't be dealing with no drama. They got enough drama as it is. Right? No, don't nobody want to be dealing with a bunch of prima donnas who again, man, who needs attention. Right? They can't get the attention they want. Again, they're going to cause problems, right, and get themselves into trouble. Nobody needs that. That's why Antonio Brown ain't on the field no more. Ain't no team going to sign him no more because, again, he's more trouble than he is, right? And, again, these people need help at the end of the day, man. They need to seek counseling. See, I don't laugh when people like this do something stupid on camera. Just like Kareem Hunt, right? I told you about Kareem Hunt. These big old football players, man, that's wearing that's weighed 230 something pounds beating on these women, man. It's disrespectful. It's out of line. I told y'all about that before. Ain't no woman supposed to let you get that upset. Same thing with AB, right? You got AB, you know what I'm saying, trying to harass women, mistreating women, right? You can't be doing that, dog. I'm sorry, brother. You can't be doing that. You're an NFL player, right? You got people, you got kids looking up to you. What example is you set for these children? That you get in trouble, you getting arrested and detained, right? You sexually harassing these women, and then you not even get along with your team. You can't even come to agreement with your team, right? You got to start drama. What example is you setting? Same thing with ODB. What are you doing trying to pass money to these football players for? Knowing full well they're going to look at you funny because you're a black man doing it at that. It's embarrassing. You down on the field giving these football players money and doing full well it's against NCAA violation and rules against that. Okay? That was stupid as hell. And you put the Cleveland Browns at risk by doing that. You're embarrassing them. So if the Browns decide they're going to release an ODB, you now know why. Because they don't want to be dealing with the trouble anymore. The whole league to see what Antonio Brown to put the Patriots and the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers through. Right? ODB going to mess around here and find himself out of a job if he don't straighten up. These two men, including Larry Johnson, they need to seek some help. Right? Because some of this could be a mental issue too, man. They always got problems they dealing with. And they need somebody to sit them down and talk to them and guide them. These people need mentorship. Okay? And for some of you people who want to say the NFL is racist, isn't that? You can't say the NFL is racist when brothers like these two get in trouble all the time. You just can't. You can't blame it on the white man. You can't blame it on the police. You can't blame it on these owners. You know what I'm saying? That's who's basically coming out their paycheck to pay these brothers, and yet they always get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Off the field getting DUIs. They're going through domestic abuse, right? You can't blame that on them. You have owners that have gave these men second chance opportunities, ODB especially, right? These players want things done their way, and if they don't have it their way, you can't get mad at the coach or the gym owner if they don't want these guys around, because these owners want somebody that's going to listen to them, that's going to respect their organization. They can't have nobody that's going to bring their organization embarrassment. They can't have nobody that's going to bring trouble and this shame their team. It can't happen like that. That's what y'all got to understand. No, these are two young men who went through life, went through their high school and college getting whatever they wanted because they were winning games, right? They let the success get to their head, so they felt that they are entitled. They felt on top of the world. They can't nobody tell them nothing. So that's what's going on right now. This is why Antonio Brown keep getting into trouble, right? Is not no longer on the football field. This is why ODB, every time you turn around, ODB is into trouble for the wrong reasons, right? This man is getting in fights with other football players, right, on other teams. He's on the sideline arguing with somebody. You can't have that. That's why the NFL was reluctant to put Terrell Owens in the Hall of Fame as long as they did, right? Because Terrell Owens got too much bad baggage to his name. Yeah, Terrell Owens was a good football player, but Terrell Owens had off-the-field issues. When he got into it with Don McNabb over there with the Eagles and put a lot of stress with Andy Reid, then the stuff he went through with the Cowboys. Right? On that sideline. When Wade Phillips was over there, right? You know what I'm saying? Getting into an argument amongst his team. You can't happen when they look at Greg Hardy. Look what happened to him. This man, and speaking of Cowboys, Jerry Jones is giving a lot of these players second chance opportunities. You want to call that man racist? There's people that have gotten on Jerry Jones, but this is the same Jerry Jones who basically still allowed Michael Irvin to be on his team despite getting in trouble for crack cocaine and going to jail behind it, right? This is the same Jerry Jones who decided to bring Michael Sam in a second chance despite the St. Louis Rams cut Michael Sam for being gay, right? Jerry Jones signs the man, right? And Jerry Jones puts him on a practice squad because they find out he's not that good, but he still gave him an opportunity to make some more money and be on his team. The same Jerry Jones who basically gave Greg Hardy another contract despite the Panthers released Greg Hardy for going to jail behind slapping his woman upside the head. Okay? And I told you about Colin Kaepernick. He had numerous opportunities to get back to the league because it's not the money he wants. And it's not what his woman wants. He's not in it no more. He's starting a whole lot of drama. Right? So you got Black Lives Matter trying to back him so he could play a martyr role. Right? This man the NFL done give him a second chance to work out with him, right? To get on the team. This dude go push the Colin Kaepernick's stupid behind go choose to put the practice at another facility an hour away, disrespecting the NFL time. Man, so excuse me, man, it's sad, but it's the truth, man. And this needs to be said. This needs to be addressed. This is what's going on with these athletes. These are athletes who want things done their way. And because they can't have it done their way, they're going to get themselves into trouble. They feel you can't talk to them. They want to do whatever they want to do. They have no regard for the law at all. They don't respect rules, right? They let their ego get to their head. They let the success get to their head. But anyways, folks, that's the video, man. So I just want to get that off the way now. But as far as Larry Johnson, man, that man need help. Because this is the same man that was driving 90 miles per hour with his little girl in the back seat, right? That's child endangerment, right? This is the same man who also had off-the-field issues is on his damn self. Larry Johnson should be the last person talking against the NFL saying it's scripted, right? The chances he's had. This man was in the Pro Bowl numerous times, right? That man made a whole lot of money. I told you, man, Larry Johnson made well over $15 million. Or more than that. Right? The success he had, just the thing is, man, he was just on the wrong team at the wrong time. The Chiefs just wasn't Super Bowl ready back then. I tell you, man, it took the Chiefs 50 years to win that Super Bowl, man. They had to try to get players to get the right squad going. They had to get the right coach. Right? No, Larry Johnson is trying to get attention. That's all it is, because he's no longer relevant. The Chiefs didn't win to the Super Bowl without him, so he's mad about that. He's feeling some type of way. And again, man, I'm done with Hubbard, man. Again, man, I'm tired of doing videos on Hubbard, but that needs to be addressed. Hubbard needs to understand why I don't like him, why me and him don't get along. Right? But anyways, folks, that's the video, man. Thanks for so much for supporting the channel. I want to thank you to all my subscribers, all my listeners, man. Anyways, man, y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. I'll see you soon.